Very good morning. Though our government is doing and trying to do the best to improve the quality of education, but since the size of country and the population and there are few more factors which are definitely somewhat is not met up to the expectation of the society, as we believe that IB schools, they are very less in number and very less strength is going for the education, rather they can afford to enter in IB school, and the quality which we produce, certainly they don't fulfill the requirement of the IB school, and we lack somewhere in the world forum. So keeping in something in mind, we need to rethink to upgrade the education system. First thing I would like to tell, the system as earlier we used to follow the rote system where the child keep on learning, mugging up, and then he is vomiting on the paper as he is talking whatever he has learned, but he has not understood the concept of it. So until the concept is not clear, and that concept can come only through when the child is given proper, uh, understanding by experience, by project work, and by class participation during the class. That will give definitely a better picture in the child mind, student mind, a learner's mind. So first and foremost, as the government in NEP is already brought many policies, and certainly I feel that those will be helping to our new learners, young generations. But the question, but why I put but? Because the systemically still we are somewhat lacking. Either in the case of infrastructure of the schools, or in the case of the teachers' quality. When we need to prepare the child to certain level, the teachers should be trained in such a manner where the child should feel empathy and love, by which a bond is created, and where the expressions are much better among them. When the expression between teacher and a student is better, certainly it's going to be a better result oriented. So few things like then in our system, the subject, the science subject is always thought that these subjects one should not miss, or they are only the brainy person, those who study the science, math. So because if you see worldwide, every subject should be given proper importance, rather equality, and that can come only when the scope for every subject open widely. The government should think of, because many of the places Sanskrit is our language, the oldest language, and when we learn the Sanskrit, we hardly get a space to talk or to listen or to take interest in that language. Even the parents, those who want to that their children should learn, they don't find a better teacher, and if they find the teacher himself is, he is not able to express his views because he feels somewhere his language is left back. So giving importance to every language, then giving importance to every subject, and proper caring, that can come only when the student is given a right forum in the classroom where he is talking, a participation in the classroom, and assignment, practical. Still we see that the old way, that your marks only play the role whenever you go for the job or seeking for any of the interview. Sometimes the selection is only through your mark sheet, whereas the person who may not be scored better marks in the previous examination, but sometimes he must be much brilliant than the person who is scored better, because experience also accounted. Someone learned through experience. And then there is one very important thing: we cannot expect that every child will learn same thing at same time, and the same result will come, because everyone has got different potential to learn. But yes, they are definitely different potential, but same time they have potential to learn something better and better, that cannot be compared from one to another. Even the academic, those who are good, and another boy who are girls, he or she may be good in other concept. So what is important, that equality can come only by the system, by creating in good awareness and opening a good way for the student, that okay, if this is the field you are opting, you will have better future. If this field you are opting, you will have better future. There is always doubt in the student or the learner's mind, what would be next at the time, because first thing, they are not clear, the concept is not clear. Second thing, they are not brought under the same umbrella. As we see, only few schools they are imparting good education. Most of them, they are more of talking about their publicity and making everyone to run after them. But as soon as the things started in the classroom, they don't meet to the requirement as the requirement of good schools or good future. So what is very important, education cannot become a play. It has to be thought. It is a life that makes life. And when education makes life, the education standard has to come up by any means. There can be no excuse that education is imparted in a not a standard way. So that part, the government, the education institution, and the teachers, and the infrastructure, everything has to be collaborated well. Many of the times it is thought that students, those who study in big school or big infrastructure, they are better. A combination has to come, because India is a big country. As I spoke, it is geographically, it is a very big country, and having a population, big population. So meeting all the requirement of every job seeker or learners, difficult. But sometimes, if we continuously work for the positivity and produce something better, who can bring some changes in environment or in worldwide, those characters should be brought only by giving them proper opportunity, proper training. And the training, as I spoke earlier, teaches quality. Here, though the government has made very compulsory that B.Ed should be, or M.Ed, whatever the requisite qualification for the teachers should be there, but still we find the degree. Why don't we have a good test for them before appointing, whether it is a and private schools also should be taken care of. It is not that only government is opting a sort of interview or examination and then recruiting the teachers, but private institutions also need to have certain things standardized, where the teachers' quality should be there, as the teachers should become a second parents, and they are, because most of the time, somewhere 6 to 8 hours they remain with the student. So a student, until unless they don't feel empathy and love from their teacher, it is very difficult to This should become the role model, and the role model can become only when student realize, yes, my teacher, my guru is certainly having that quality to deliver and make me best. So these are the things are very important. And then equalizing means subject. Awareness should come in everybody's mind, and that should be clearly told to them by instructions, by written, uh, that okay, if this line you are choosing, you have the future. So number of the things, of course, every one of us knows that these are the things can be changed and should be changed. Though the government is doing enough, but still we find, still we are lagging. We need to walk long until unless as a whole we don't focus towards our student, towards our young generation, the country may not have that better days which we are assuming or dreaming. So until the education comes to the quality and to the trademark, to the system where everything is systemized and produced to the better perspective, I believe that should be the day when every student realize and they get proper environment, proper training, proper learning by good teachers, proper infrastructure. Nowadays this artificial intelligence is a great thing. AI in coming days also going to play a major role for our whole of the world's population. Why not to start with the technological things in early age, so that the child does not realize at the age of 18, 17 that he has gone to certain change, unable to find a place. So technology plus artificial intelligence, these two things should be bought in early age, and it should be focused well. More of the more practical, more of the more assignment, more of the more discussion, more of the more project work in concerning topic, subject, that will definitely bring out a good change to our society. And that's what we need for the quality education. Thank you all watching me.